Mm. Get my guest in here. Hey.
Hey, what's up?
Hey, how are you?
I'm good. I'm good. How you feeling?
I'm doing great. Thank you for joining me.
For sure, for sure.
I bet. Yeah.
What you playing?
So,
There?
awesome. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you clear.
Okay, cool. All right. Well, everybody, this is Mr. Biggs. He is a producer who's been doing this for 20 years strong now. He owns Prime Record Studio and he's a Grammy board member. So he's going to tell us more about what he does and how important it is to have a strong support system behind you and resilience, especially in the industry he's in, and just keeping his mental health up and how he does his amazing, awesome work. So tell us more about yourself.
Ah man. Well, I appreciate that introduction, and I appreciate you having me here, man. This is something special for me to talk about because mental health has always like played a big part in my life for real. I
Okay.
started doing music when I was about 14, and I actually got diagnosed with depression when I was 15.
Wow.
So it was crazy. So like I had to go through all the trials and tribulations and like wondering like if anybody understood what I was talking about. Going through that
Mhm.
teenagehood of like, is it real? Is it like, is this something nobody ever heard of, or why don't nobody can find like the answer for my problems? You hear all of these type of things. I mean, you have all these type of thoughts, and on top of me just in the process growing, being a young black man growing up, I ain't got no
Yeah.
father in the house. It's just me, my grandmother, and my mother, and it's like it's you just trying to figure it out. You know what I mean? With no structure, no nothing. So you got to build your structure. And I finally like when I was like I didn't find the medicine that worked for me until I was like 23, 24 for real. Everything else
Mhm.
was just taking me out for real. I ain't like it. So I found one, and
Right.
it did help me stable myself out, like stay stabilized, and like now it's just like it's a lot of ups and downs with it for real. But now I'm better now though because I'm more balanced. I can think clearer. I don't have my memory
That's great.
fog, all of that stuff no more. So I don't know.
Yeah.
This and then like me. So starting music at 14, I was a producer. Then I went into like engineering. Then I went into
Mhm.
rapping. Then I went
Okay.
into like full fledged engineering. Uh, and then that's where I kind of built a bond. Like what, probably like 21, 22, 23 around that time. Like that's how old I was, but I linked
Okay.
up with Earth Gang. That's like one of the biggest success stories I've been with so far, and like how they taking it. So like I was with them for like their first couple projects, and that whole time I
Nice.
was fighting depression real bad too. So like
Hmm.
it was a lot of like even me like not even going to Atlanta with them because I was fighting depression. So it's like
Mhm.
opportunities get missed. You don't get to be around as much stuff. You try to make yourself busy and put stuff around you to like
Right.
keep going and stuff. So it's that's definitely a journey. I mean a battle, and like a lot of these young cats out here, they really deal with this. Some of them just like lean on it. I be feeling like they just have excuses for everything.
Sometimes.
A lot
Yeah,
of them, like, do deal with it, and you can really see when somebody dealing with it. Yeah.
for
My job
sure.
is to help walk them through it and help them get through it like I got through it. You know what I mean?
Well, that's awesome. Yes, thank you so much for sharing your story. That's awesome, and I agree. It can be very scary, especially dealing with something like that so young. Like I've dealt with depression since I was a teenager as well. And just like you said, not knowing what it is, if I'm normal, who I can talk to about this stuff. So I'm really glad you were able to find something that worked for you and help other people see how they can push through too.
Nah,
Yes,
that's what's
indeed.
up. Oh, it's not
Yes,
gonna stop.
indeed.
But yeah, nah, that's. I love sharing my story, man, to anybody who want to hear it for real, because that was a real like tough time in my life, and I still struggle with it sometimes. But you got
Mm-hmm.
to take them mental days and get back to business.
Definitely.
My water.
Yeah, you definitely have to take that time to recharge. So, do you have anything to create with us today? Are you going to be painting or drawing, or are you just going to be chilling with us today?
I mean, I could make a beat. I
Okay, that sounds
could
good.
draw.
All
I got.
right.
Matter of fact, I could draw. I could draw. Cause
Okay,
that with me.
cool. All right, bet.
So
Well, I just got some tea to drink. Do you have anything special to drink as well, or
I got water.
okay, that's the best.
Can
So
I smoke
that's
here? Or you don't? That's not for your order.
sure. I don't mind. Do what you like.
All right, we'll be smoking then. Let me put my phone up. Can y'all still hear me?
Sounds good.
Can
Yeah, I
y'all?
can feel you. Hmm.
Y'all can still hear me? All right.
Yeah. Yep. I can hear you.
How long you been in the drawing?
I've been painting since, well, I started taking it seriously in 2010. So, yeah, for a while now, I guess.
For real? I went to the Maryland Institute of Art when I was 13
Oh,
for painting. Yeah,
oh, that's awesome.
I got into the university. I think it's the University of Maryland or something like that.
Yeah.
School of Arts or something like
Hmm.
that. Yeah, I was on the
That is
news for it
cool.
on everything.
I
Hell
like to
yeah.
see some more of your art, your visual art too.
I stopped though. I stopped to do music. I went from doing art to being in band. And then I
Okay.
started being in the studio after that when I moved to Virginia.
Okay. So where are you originally
Art,
from?
huh?
Where are you originally from?
Baltimore. Well, Baltimore, Maryland. Yeah,
What?
yeah. From Baltimore. Yeah, I gotta say it that way, or my daddy be mad. Yeah.
Wow. Okay. Dang. I'm from Alexandria. I didn't know that. I didn't know you were from up here. Okay, cool.
That's where I get my hustle from for real.
Okay.
That hustle and drive from Baltimore, cause down there we ain't got nothing. Nothing.
Okay, that definitely explains a lot about your personality, and like you said, your drive and everything. So okay, that's awesome. So you already explained how long you've been doing this. So how important do you think it is to have the right team around you?
Very important because my team is with me right now. That's who's holding the phone. Get right, my team hold me down.
Hey team.
My team hold it down for real. Like a strong team is very important. Like if you
Yeah.
don't have one, then it's like it make life 1,000 times harder. But you gotta have something. You gotta have a mission though and goals. It's
Mhm.
hard. It's a lot of pressure though. I tell you that because it's like when you don't have nothing, you gotta like
Mhm.
push it. It makes you want to keep pushing. Be like, all right, I can't let the team down. What we got next? Let's bring this up. Let's do that. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
So
definitely. And so how do you pick the right people for your team though? Like how many teams have you been through, or are these the same people that have been with you for a long time?
that's crazy because that's more the part that affects me mentally when you
Mm-hmm.
talk about stuff like that because it's like
Mm-hmm.
the same people. So you go through that mindset of am I doing something wrong? Am I right? Am I the problem? Am I this? You know what I mean? And then when you
Yeah.
or some people is just here for a season because I went through a lot of different teams. Like
Mm-hmm.
I've been putting teams together since I was probably 16. I had
Mm-hmm.
an assistant at 16, and and that was just me being like, I know I got a lot on my plate. I need to figure this out because I was.
Oh wait, I lost you.
My mom was my manager. I mean, not my manager, but the manager for the artists on my team. Like
Okay.
we had like show. We was just doing everything, tours, shows, all that stuff. So I
Yeah.
always like try to put a team together, and it was like the biggest downfall is just niggas don't want it as much as you. For real, for real.
Yeah.
Like that's what
Yeah.
it always boiled down to. Is just like nobody wanted as much as you wanted. So it's like once you find those people that really want it, you just
Hmm.
gotta like keep it going, stay positive. You know what I mean?
Right.
And make sure you just got goals. Don't stop. Because if you stop, you just everybody gonna get bored, or they gonna go ahead and go their way and do what they need to do for themselves. So
Yeah.
you kind of
And
got to build.
I know you mentioned before too how you were pushing through depression and you may have missed like different opportunities and stuff like that. And I can definitely agree. There's been plenty of times that I've messed up an opportunity or, you know, maybe not gone to an event because I just felt so bad, like or I couldn't get up and brush my teeth or anything like that.
Right.
So how do you keep yourself motivated and then like you said get those people on track or get them to understand like hey, I was going through something today, but we're going to keep rocking tomorrow. Like how do you keep that not front up for your team, but like how do you keep that mindset for your team?
Man, so for me, I'm just honest. I'm just like, yo, I ain't got nothing. I told Slay,
Yeah.
that's my assistant. I be like, yo, I don't have
Hmm.
nothing for us to do. We got to do a brainstorm or a brain dump. Because normally when I don't have nothing to do, that means my mind is clogged. So I'm like,
Mm.
too much going on. So I might have to clean the house, clean the crib, clean the businesses, get everything
Yeah.
organized, and then I'll start coming up with new ideas. I'll let my like just let the universe talk through me and just start talking and writing down all of these thoughts and brainstorms I have, and then we organize them and put them in order.
Okay. Yeah, I once again, I totally agree. The other day, I was just sitting, I was working from home, and I was like, man, after I finished everything I needed to do for um I work for an attorney, so everything I finished doing for her, I was like, thank you so much. After I was finished, I was just like, man, okay, I know there's a million things I need to do for me and Evoke Nations and all the things I want to do, but I just don't know what to do first. And like you said, I just sat there. I'm like, okay, well, I need to meditate. I need to recharge for me. I need to sit here and think about what I had to do or just clear my mind completely. And then like after the next 20 minutes, I was just in my zone. I started cleaning up my studio, my space, and everything just started flowing. So yeah, it's definitely just sometimes you just gotta step back and be like, okay, well, I don't have anything to give right now. And it's okay to be honest. But sometimes I really, really find it so hard to be honest. Well, before I found it really hard to be honest with my team members or people that depended on me because I didn't want to let them down. Like I just thought I always had to be on 100, on 10, like all the time. Like how do you know that? How do you just make sure you don't go into burnout or feel bad for not putting so much on yourself? How do you make that balance? Does it just come with time?
That is, um, man, how do I answer this question? How do I make that? I don't know. It's no balance. It's like you never mastered. Even when I look
Mm,
at interviews from like Elon Musk and all that stuff, it's
yeah.
like overwork yourself. It's no, you don't got no choice. It's like you just got to burn out till you burn out. Like that's it.
Mm,
But like you got to get. I mean, I try to just the calendar. My calendar helps.
mm.
That's what.
Yeah.
So if it's not in my calendar, I don't do it.
Right.
That's just simple as that. If it's not in my calendar, I will not do it. And
Mm,
like I might forget about it or whatever, but if it don't make the calendar, it don't make the cut. Because that's another thing I try not to use. Like make too many like decisions in one day. I might make about 3 to 4
mm,
decisions a day. Solid decisions though, not like picking out what shirt I'm gonna wear, but like solid decisions, conscious decisions,
mhm,
yes or no's. Like if I use my
mm.
three for the day, I'm gonna say no to everything else for the rest of the day.
I like
So
that. I think I'm gonna
balance.
take
No,
you up on that.
yeah.
Cause
Nose is like the biggest currency.
Hmm.
You feel me? Like you say enough no's, you're gonna save your energy. You'll be able to do a lot more for yourself.
Yeah.
Feel me?
Yeah, that's my thing. I just get to the point where I'm like, I can't tell them no, I'm gonna disappoint them. But now, like you said, I just feel so much better being like, okay, well, nah, like this is my time and this is what I gotta do for me. So see you later if you don't like it or whatever. But you're right. It's you gotta take track of your energy and what you're doing with your time. So the calendar is definitely a great tool to have, even if you got to have three or four. Because I have one on my computer, I got one on my phone, one on my wall. I have giant sticky notes. Like I gotta have them everywhere, or I'll forget.
Right,
So yeah, I definitely agree.
right. That's what I'm saying. It's like you just can't.
Hmm. Okay, you there?
I try not to use so many calendars. I try to have all my calendars linked to that one calendar.
Yeah,
So I probably use about 3 different calendars, and I got them merged all together into one calendar. So because organization, man, like that's very important with that with
hmm,
mental health and with music. Like it's with anything with business, all of that. Like
yeah,
organization is key. If you're not organized or not trying to get organized, you're gonna crash in a minute.
definitely. Definitely. And I feel like if you don't take the time to get organized, you always going it's like you searching for missing pieces all the time. So you take more time to do stuff. Like that's how I feel. So I just feel like you might as well take that time and organize and plan things out first rather than
Exactly.
wasting time.
Exactly. Slowing down speeds up the process. That's all
Mm-hmm.
I'm telling myself. Slow down. So like anytime I start rushing, I'll be like, all right, I'm gonna slow down. When somebody try to rush me, I slow down even more because you got to
Yeah.
slow down so you can speed up and think clearer. You want to make clear decisions.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, definitely. And I used to get really mad at myself for the way I think and like how long I would take to do stuff or if I'm not at a certain level with other people. Like, has there ever been a time, even music or in just life period, where you've done things differently and you don't feel the best because everybody's music out there is the same or you're not doing it like this one or whatever. Like, what do you
It,
do when things
it,
like that happen?
I don't know. Because even people try to put that on me. They be like, man, I would think you would be this, that, and the third because you work with this, that, and the third person. And it's like,
Mm,
no, I'm my own person. Like even when I was like my whole thing about music was being independent. Like when I very first started, and that was like 20 years ago. I never wanted to be a part of a label, and I tried to be a part.
mhm.
Like probably like 2 years ago, I was a part of Sony, but it's just I found my own light. I don't. I mean, everybody like the big checks, and it take a minute. Take a
Uh-oh, you
minute
breaking
before
up.
you. Can you hear me now?
It's still choppy a little bit.
Can you hear me now?
A little bit. Uh-oh. We'll be right back, peoples. We'll be right back. It's all right. Okay, hold on. I'm gonna jump off and come right back to you. Okay, wait. Here we go. I don't know how. Okay.
All right, we back.
Yes.
Yeah, sorry about that. Everybody just that's the thing. My phone don't stop blowing up. It don't stop blowing up. But where I leave off at? I was talking about.
Big checks.
Oh yeah, the big checks. Like everybody want. It take a minute to get
Wait, hold on.
position.
I think
Can you hear me now?
you got a buffer. Okay. I think you're there now.
We
Can you hear
good
me?
now? Yeah, I can hear you. You good? Can you hear me?
Yeah, but it's still like a little like computer.
What
Here,
about
okay, I'm
now?
gonna jump off and come back. You good?
Okay.
Okay. All right.